appreciate it. Now, Charli, it's your first time here on the show. Let's talk a little bit about your career. Now, like many teens, you joined TikTok, you started posting dance videos up in your bedroom, you then got hundreds of thousands of followers. You've now got 147 million followers on TikTok. At what point, when it starts getting, like, to millions and millions of people, do you go downstairs and tell your parents what's going on? And do they understand straight away when you tell them?
Great question.
I'm very lucky. My parents are pretty hip to social media.
Okay.
Their social media game has always been wonderful. They were great at keeping everyone updated. Now, we keep a lot more people updated.
Sure.
But, I mean, even from the beginning, my dad got me a cake for when I hit 100,000 followers on TikTok.
Wow.
So that was very sweet. They've been supportive of me throughout this entire thing, and they're here with me now in LA, and we have our show and everything, so it's really great, and I'm very glad I have
So they were up to speed the whole way through?
Yes.
Now, Luke, we've many things in common. Obviously, our looks, our charm.
Yes.
But we also... We also both have a sister named Ruth.
Oh!
And you recently came to your sister Ruth's rescue.
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
So, she's actually not only my sister, she's my twin sister. So she lives in Calgary, Alberta, where I'm from Canada, and she lost her wedding ring in a very cold river. One day we were just sort of hanging out by the river. She looked at me and she was white in the face, and I said, "What?" And she lost her wedding ring and her engagement ring. They fell off into the river. We kind of looked around a little bit in vain, but we had had some beers down at the river. The next day, I got my friends together and I said, we're gonna find this ring. We spent about 2 hours. It is freezing cold, glacier water.
We've got a picture of you here. Look, that's the river you were in.
Yes.
Look.
And I have weird-looking knees, I'm told, but that's another thing that Instagram tells you is all your insecurities. I never knew I had weird knees, but lots of people...
You'll learn a lot about yourself.
It's so true. People were like, you have weird knees. I've never thought I had weird knees, but based on that picture, people said I had weird knees. And the gentleman there on the right in the green shorts is actually an RCMP officer, which is a Mountie police officer. That's like Canadian, you know, the hat and the horses and the red coats. And he actually sort of spearheaded the campaign and put on the
look
goggles. What
happened. 2 hours later, they only found it, which is insane.
Yep.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. She was totally thrilled. She was very emotional. She had kind of already come to terms with the fact that they might be gone forever. But yeah, we found them. It was pretty cool.
It's going to be bad if she ever gets divorced. Because she'll be like, I went in that river for nothing.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about this, Charli. Look at this. On the cover of Forbes magazine, you and your sister on the cover of Forbes magazine, right here, they call the two of you marketing machines. Now, of all the things that you've been able to do in the last couple of years, what have you found the most exciting?
Ooh, well, I would say, you know, I have a show with my family that has been amazing. That's one of my greatest accomplishments, as well as I came out with a fragrance, and I got to go to the south of France, to the labs, to create it, and that was something that I got to do really on my own without my family there for the first time, and that was like a big adult step in my life, so that felt really, really good, and I was really proud of that.
If I made a fragrance, I would constantly just drop it in. I would be like, well, when I was in the laboratoire... Sorry, I got my own fragrance. Guys, this reminds me of when I was in the laboratoire. I mean,
in France.
As you would call it, the lab. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd recently moved out of your parents' home. How's that going? Are you enjoying not living with your parents? Are you still going home with a big bag of laundry?
Yeah, so I moved out of my parents' house with my sister. It's hard because they're really far. They're 3 minutes down the road.
Oh. Wow, yeah.
And, you know, I think I miss my mom a lot because she makes really good food, and we have just, like, Pop-Tarts in our pantry. So
right.
It's definitely lacking a little bit, but I do miss them a lot. I do know how to do laundry though, so thanks, Mom, for teaching me that.
Well, there you go. Well, look at you. This is all right.
Yeah.
It's one step at a time. You've got the laundry.
Yeah.
Now you stay on the Pop-Tarts.
I'm working
Then build
on
up a couple of recipes.
Yeah.
You're going to be absolutely fine.
It'll happen eventually.
Soon you'll just be living in the laboratoire. I
Yeah.
believe it. I do. Now, Luke, let's congratulate you and talk about your extraordinarily brilliant new film, Bros. It is getting the most brilliant reviews. For anyone who doesn't know, tell us what it's about and who you play.
So Bros is a romantic comedy in the tradition of some of the great romantic comedies from yesteryears, like the Nora Ephron sort of You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle kind of style thing. The difference is this is a gay romantic comedy. Thank you. Billy Eichner, the brilliant Billy Eichner, who's been a guest here, believe, before, wrote it, and it was produced by Judd Apatow. Judd Apatow, who brought us great films like Bridesmaid. It's directed by Nick Stoller, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. So really good, funny people involved. The story is about basically two emotionally unavailable guys who begin dating and don't think they need each other and eventually fall in love.
Now, we love Billy Eichner here at the show. He's going to be on the show on Thursday. You and Billy, you've been on a national tour.
Yes.
Promoting the film. How is life on the road with Billy?
Well, I kind of was naive. I love to travel, and I'm a big fan of national parks. So I was very excited to go visit some national parks. And there is no time when you're on a press tour to do anything like that. So Billy really enjoyed making fun of me when he was like, are you going to visit the Liberty Bell when you're in Philadelphia? There was no time for anything like that. But we had a great time. It was a lot of fun, and we're just so excited to promote the movie to as many people as possible.
As you should be. It's brilliant.